Back for some more Portal. This time I have a guest commentator with me. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, Garanatoro Ziaxve here, and we are going to continue where we last left off in Portal. I've already made a Let's Play before in Portal 2. I don't know if I'm going to make a Let's Play on my own, but I'm just curious to see where you're going to go. So, we're at the last part with Glados, where she tries to betray us. She's onto us.
Everyone knows that, so...
Welcome to the final test. When you are done, you will drop the device in the Equipment Recovery Annex.
What we need to do
Mission
here...
Center regulations require both hands to be empty before any cake.
Before any cake and be served and
Place portals at these angles. And voila. That's how you make...
you know what to do.
Yep, I've played through this game multiple times. Now we jump onto moving platforms. Gonna go for a ride. And no, I will probably not be playing through the second Portal game. David DX here has already done that. At least I won't be playing through the single player. Maybe co-op is possible in the future sometime. But anyways, what am I waiting for? I could just pour my way over here.
I might do the first Portal, maybe. I want to fish all the other Let's Plays that I got right now. I got like a bunch that are recorded, but I haven't even submitted any yet because I wanted to do some editing and make sure everything is prepared properly. But I just want to like cut and dry by just record and submit just like that. That would be too easy.
Okay, it's taking longer than usual. So this is the final test chamber. This chapter is by far the longest in the game. It takes up about a third of the game, so gonna be pretty lengthy. So onto another ride again. Cannot let that green pellet hurt me. So
What happened?
here we go. We are safe for now, but of course there's acid below, so don't move too much. You can barely tell. We just place portal right there and one onto the side here.
We're able to get through.
Tricky, but nothing too difficult. And cake.
Congratulations. The test is now over.
Over.
All aperture technology safety operations up to 4,000 degrees Kelvin.
Rest assured that there is absolutely no chance of a dangerous equipment malfunction prior to your victory incandescence. Thank you for participating in this Aperture Science computer-aided enrichment activity.
You will be used,
Goodbye.
and then you will be thrown away. That is the purpose of your life. Goodbye.
Pretty much, but I will not let that happen. Just gotta make a jump for it.
Jump!
What are you doing? Stop it.
You are not supposed to live. That is not part of the simulation.
I beg to differ.
Where we pretended we were going to murder you.
You lie, Glados.
We are very,
That was no act.
happy for your success. We are throwing a party in honor of your tremendous success.
So what we need to do
Place
here,
yourselves on the ground, then lie on your
enjoy some
stomach
more
with your arms at your sides.
increase in velocity.
A party associate will arrive shortly to collect you for your party.
I
Make
wait.
no further attempt to leave the testing area.
Okay,
Assume the party escort
And
submission position
more
or you will
speaking.
miss the party.
I hesitate here because I want to get all the dialogue from Glados. I didn't want to get through too quickly. Want to move at just a decent pace. So here we are. We've been in rooms full of white before, but that is about to change in this last chapter. Once again, a pretty lengthy one. It's going to take a couple parts to complete.
Have you ever tried the second one? That's more messed up. with Wheatley, who is more corrupted from power than he normally would be, just because he takes Glados' place in her stead.
Wheatley is the best character throughout the Portal games.
I find it funny that you have like a British guy playing as like the final boss. Not as a typical villainous humor, but sort of in a victimizing underdog way. Like, you know what I mean?
I believe so. And here's an achievement I would like to bring up, at least for the Xbox Live version.
Which is?
Here you have this check-in results or something. You dump it into acid and you'll get an achievement out of it. Let's unlock this door, because why the hey not? I already got this as achievement, so nothing will pop up, but there you go. What we need to do here, I may as well take a little look around. How nostalgic. I recognize this room. Chairs. Yep. It's very much different from every other test chamber. So chapters. On we go. Danger. Even though this place is already full of danger, what difference does it make?
This just looks a little more dangerous. Even though there's already danger before, it just makes you feel like you're in more danger than you already were. The only dangerous part in this is that the walls aren't clickable.
And Glados is desperately trying to keep us from getting to her. So desperate. So we're going for another ride. A much swifter one.
Okay, the test is over now. You win. Go back to the recovery annex for your cake. It was a fun test, and we're all impressed at how much you won. The test is over. Come back.
The nostalgia trip is over.
Somebody cut the cake. I told them to wait.
Cake this, cake that. What is it with Glados and cake? Not much of it was brought up in the second Portal game. Nowhere near as much.
In the second Portal game, the cake wasn't a lie. Or no, wait, was it the first one? No, it's the second one. The cake wasn't a lie. It was just hidden in some random storeroom for thousands of years. But it's never really clear how long Chell was in coma at some point.
Can you get on that, make it on that? How did you like this game compared to the second one? I've already explained my thoughts on both games.
The first one is more basic because it just focuses more on the gameplay of the basic mechanics for the actual Portal. The second one has more added abilities, such as the gel that you actually get. The gel that allows you to configure the map. With the normal white gels, you can add more space to add portals, or the jumping gel, or the speed gel. So there's a more variety in the second one than there is the first, which enhances the gameplay mechanics. The first one starts up the series. It's not clear how Chell is actually conceived. When Glados mentions something about how she was brought up, it was something about a man and a woman, and that's it. I don't know, I always got the idea that Chell has been brought up by Gordon Freeman and Alex at some point, because the whole Portal series is in conjunction with a Half-Life, because at the end of Half-Life 2 Episode 2, it actually mentions that Aperture Science, which is related to Black Mesa, is another lab that Dr. Kleiner also is aware of. So, Portal and Half-Life share the same universe, being that one game mentions the other. I sometimes think Gordon Freeman is related to Chell, because that's just my idea. Chell is a silent protagonist, and so is Gordon Freeman. So, coincidence?
Yep, there have been lots and lots of theories. The relationship between Chell and Gordon is one of them. I've mentioned I also own Half-Life 2 as well. It's a pretty fun game, though I have yet to finish it. And yeah, the second game definitely has more variety. As you stated, the gel is a lot of fun. And the second one is a superior game, although I do think the first one is better with balancing the difficulty and bringing non-gamers into this game.
I wouldn't say it's a superior, but it is a good enhancement because it adds a lot more variety to the first game. The first game just focuses on the gameplay mechanics itself. The second one just has the gel that allows you to create more puzzles from it. I wouldn't say it's superior, but it is a huge improvement, especially in terms of gameplay mechanics and storyline. It does elaborate on what happens after Glados is put out of commission for some time and then brought back to programming and so forth. So there's more of a story to that.
Okay, so yeah.
Sometimes I wonder if Valve is going to make a Portal 3, but what could they possibly expand on? It almost looks like they wrapped up the end of the second one, but the only thing that happens is Wheelie gets blown straight into space.
I would love a Portal 3, but judging from how it ended through co-op and single player, I wouldn't know how the story would even be. But
well, think of it like Nintendo. Usually when they have a Zelda game that wraps up any type of timeline, they would normally go backwards in a sequel by having a prequel. So, what, could they possibly go backwards, make a prequel to Portal? How the Portal, or even an intraquel, like Star Wars Shadows of the Empire? Where they have a game that takes in between another game?
Yeah, whatever goes, goes. And in this room, you could be crushed if you're not incredibly careful. So, this part's pretty tricky, and my apologies if I am playing through poorly. This level does not have like an advanced mode or like ways to try to
It's all metallic.
like try to beat your time over and over and get rewarded with medals. So I spent a lot more time with most of the other test chambers in the game.
Have you tried Half-Life 2?
I have tried it for a few hours. And
Yeah,
here's some dialogue that wasn't actually voiced. It's interesting how that dialogue was brought up on the screen, yet Glados didn't actually say it. Apparently, they forgot to have the voice actress, Ellen McClain, do that line, or they just forgot to, or they just decided, screw it, not to have that line, and take that out. Subtitles.
Yeah, the voice actor, if you actually went through the tutorial or something like that, it's actually some 40-year-old woman who's got a voice synthesizer to make it sound more robotic.
Yep, sir.
For some odd reason, when I think about it, if they roboticize GLaDOS' voice, why couldn't they roboticize Wheatley's voice? They made it more authentic in the first game to have a robot that loomed over you, but why would they resort to the original voice actor of the second game?
I'm not sure, but Ellen McClain was. going through the developer's commentary, I will not be playing through that, just to bring that up. And basically, you go through the same story, except there are floating dots. Oh, I got shot. So much for that achievement. But anyway, they're floating around in multiple areas in the game. They're pretty interesting to listen to. Developer's commentary. One of them was even had Ellen McClain explaining how her voice was done in Glados. Yeah.
That's why I said the second one isn't superior, because they made the first one sound really good because they roboticized Ellen McClain's voice in the first place. However, they didn't add any special effects to Wheatley's voice, and they just stuck with his original voice imprint. So, yeah.
And then mainly that room before took me like 25 minutes to figure it out, when really that next that crane and portal next to it was all I had to do. It's kind of sad, but at any rate,